Man, we've gone well over 2 hours, but that's fine.
It's okay. We're vibing.
We are vibing.
And I don't think there's a lot left in this investigation.
No, I think we're close to the final scene.
Yeah.
It's mostly for your sake, because I know it's late for you.
It's only like 9.
Okay. As soon as Alan Rickman pops up on screen. Oh, but if you sit with Kathleen and watch Die Hard with her eyes light up and she starts smiling super wide. I watched Die Hard for the first time last week. And the person I watched it with was convinced that it was not a Christmas movie. But, like, it is a Christmas movie.
I've been thinking about like ways I define a Christmas movie, and just because I think for me, just because a movie takes place at Christmas and has like some Christmas themes does not make it a Christmas movie.
It also has Christmas puns.
No, I think that like it has to have like a certain Christmassy spirit about the movie itself. Like I think that there are movies that take place during Christmas. Like even there was a movie that came out this year on Netflix. It's called Jingle Jangle, and like they're like, this is the greatest Christmas movie of the year. And I was watching it, I'm like, this is a good movie. I enjoy it. It's cheesy and it's fun. But I don't know if I would define it as a Christmas movie. Like it is a movie that takes place at Christmas.
Mm-hmm. It is, and the director confirmed it. Ha!
Okay.
Eat it. Also, there is a bit in Die Hard where Bruce Willis shoots one of the goons, dresses him up in a Santa outfit because they're in an office building and they had a Santa mannequin there, and then writes a ho 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 on his t-shirt in blood. Is that not Christmas spirit to you, Misha?
That sounds like Christmas spirit to a cishet white man. I'm gonna be real.
Mm-hmm. Good thing I'm not any of those things.
Yeah, good thing.
It's a decent movie. I enjoyed watching it, which leads me to believe I would not like the sequels.
Mm.
Lethal Weapon. I haven't seen Lethal Weapon.
What's the one? There's like the chart that came around like is such and such a Christmas movie, and one of them was like playing this case in Phoenix, right, is a Christmas movie.
I believe
like,
it.
Sure.
When we've timed
Another
it perfectly.
my favorite one is like the Twisted Tea video that's been going around. That's a Christmas movie, and I'm like, LOL, sure, yeah, it is. This is what the Christmas spirit is to me.
Beating up racists, yeah. That is a Christmas movie. That's my favorite Christmas movie.
All right, let's wrap up this investigation.
Yes, I'm sorry.
No, it's good. There's hardly anyone here.
Everyone must be out looking for the old guy. Heine.
Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone.
Angela Anaconda, why are you a policewoman? Shouldn't you be out causing divorces?
Don't be like that.
Do you know the origin of that story?
Nope.
I will tell you at the end of the stream.
Awesome.
I'll even say it on stream.
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real.
Almost as hard as
He's never done
Edgeworth
it for
pounds
real
him.
before. He's never done it for real before. He's always been goofing off and has never done anything relevant to help us in these cases ever.
Hashtag ACAB. Silent Night, Deadly
There's only
Night.
one good. There's only one good cop, and it's Detective Gumshoe.
Yeah, it is. There's only one gender, and it's Detective Gumshoe.
Detective Gumshoe.
Silent Night, Deadly Night is technically a Christmas movie. Yeah, it has the pun. There's the song.
We were wondering if we could check out the records room again? Well, now, I can't have just anyone wandering around in there.
I guess, like, by that same logic, like, it could be argued that Home Alone isn't exactly a Christmas movie. Like, if it, like, going down my train of thought, I don't know, like, which I do consider that a Christmas movie.
So do I. I consider A Nightmare Before Christmas to be both.
I have the hot take that Nightmare Before Christmas is an American Thanksgiving movie, because that's a holiday that takes place between Halloween and Christmas.
True.
It's a movie, and it, like, It truly is a movie that has a season rather than like a date. You know, it doesn't. It's not a holiday movie. It is a seasonal movie.
Hmm.
It's a fall movie.
It is. I get it, because Jack Skellington falls out of the sky.
Ha 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 ha. There, I laughed at one of your jokes. Are you happy?
No, I'm never happy.
I know.
Did you read this line?
Yes.
Okay.
No, yeah, whatever. You can go in as long as he's in there. Von Karma?
Nightmare Before Christmas is both, and it should be accepted as such. See?
Yes, he just arrived, actually.
Von Karma's in the records room.
Nick, let's hurry. And that was when they fucked up royally.
Yep. Oh, I don't even have the decision to not fuck up.
This is, what is it we were talking about earlier? That ludonarrative dissonance.
More like...
Where you have to do a thing to proceed, but then the game is like, well, that was dumb of you. Why did you make this decision? You are responsible for this. And you're like, it's what I had to do to go forward. What do you mean?
More like pseudo-narrative pissonance.
Ha 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 ha. Dusty as always.
We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean.
What's wrong, Nick?
Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma.
Huh? One of the drawers here is open.
Someone must have been looking at it recently.
The case says, unsolved cases. Evidence.
Unsolved cases.
Nick? The file for DL6. It's the file for DL6. It's completely empty.
Nani? What are you doing in here? I do not like this front view of Von Karma. It terrifies me.
Nope. I do not like it. This is what I was talking about earlier, where like having all the line art be black really takes away from like the sprites. I don't know. Cause like he just looks so intensely like lined in his face, especially like all the wrinkles are done, and it's like.
I am Von Karma.
Von Karma.
You. How do you know my name?
Huh?
Have we met?
What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team.
Defense team? I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They are like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed. Von Karma does not need to be on the way.
Yeah, you are correct. He does not.
I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. That smile is not doing him any favors.
Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right?
A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father. Always second rate. I'll set the record straight, you're simply out of date, you're only second rate. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? I love that figure of speech. An axe to grind. It's a good one. Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect record. So you did, but what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Oh, I bet it has, Mr. Von Karma. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. We were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. Hey, let's show him the only bit of evidence that we have. What do you say, Misha?
Let's do it. I'm sure there will be absolutely no negative consequences to this.
No, let's hand it to him so he can read it properly.
Let's put it right in his hands.
Yeah.
And it was in that moment that Phoenix knew he had fucked up.
And it was in that moment the defense attorney knew he'd fucked up. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. In fact, here, why don't you hold it? Also, would you like a match? I feel like you seem like the kind of guy that would like to hold a lit match at any given time.
Or what about a pair of scissors?
That too.
Give him a shredder. Let's
Yeah.
just hand him a document shredder.
Would you like to see this document shredder that I just bought and am carrying around with me?
It's portable, so you can shred anything anywhere on the go. But wait, there's more. It also comes with a match.
So it can it can burn up the shreds.
So you can burn up the shreds.
Yeah, just get rid of
And
all the
also-
evidence.
And beyond that, it even comes with a tiny ashtray. So you can gather up the ashes.
And get rid of them.
Here you go.
You know what? You can have this. This is a gift.
You can just keep them. We got them on sale.
This dude giving me bad whips and chains vibes at this angle. Yep. Oh god, my eyes itch.
Von Karma the Gilf.
Hungry Fruit Bat isn't here. Please don't say that.
Who have I become? Who have you made me into?
You've become a degenerate like me. One of us. One of us. One of us.
Shipping myself with anime boys wasn't enough. Now I have to make jokes like this.
Yep. Oh, I'm gonna ship you with Von Karma and you're gonna like it.
That just made me so uncomfortable.
Good. So if I have to look at this face. If I have to suffer, so do you. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yana Yogi to commit murder.
Why would you do this outside of a court of evidence, Phoenix? Why are you so dumb?
Yana Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it.
Huh? So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter.
Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved
And give you a shredder as well.
Yes. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle. What?
Nick, what is that
Thing. It's the shredder we just handed him. Oh,
A stun gun. For self-defense, usually.
the taser.
It's a taser. Aren't there cameras in this room? Indeed. 600,000 volts. Will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. Something I did to Miles whenever he annoyed me. Have to
Bye-bye,
go.
Shaq.
See you later, man. Thank you for coming. 600,000. Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it. Usually. Now, give me the letter. No!
No!
For what are you?
Nick, run! Ah!
I won't
Maya!
destroy my headset mic.
That's fair. Out of my way. Ah!
Me screams gently to not overwhelm the stream. You screams.
No, I held back a little.
Proud of you for that little bit.
Thank you. If it doesn't hurt, then I'm holding back.
There you go. It shouldn't. Okay.
He got us. The letter's gone, of course. And
You did hand it to him.
I did. He took the DL6 incident, all of it. Back to having no clues. So the way I understand it is that if the prosecution has evidence and you, the defense, know that they have the evidence, you can call them out and they are obliged to bring it forward.
In a regular court, yes.
Right, not in Japanifornia.
But this is, yeah, but not in Japanifornia, especially when you know that Von Karma has a history of being like, here is my fake evidence. The real evidence, oh, I must have misplaced that.
Yep. Here's the real evidence, more forged evidence.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Wait, Maya
can't
jumped
trust
first.
a prosecutor in these times.
Maya, is she okay? Maya! Maya, open your eyes! Maya!
The letter. Did he take it?
Why did you hand it to him, you dumbass? Huh? Oh yeah, are you okay?
I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now, when we need her the most. Even you said you only use me because I could turn into her.
I didn't say that. What are you talking about?
I wish I hadn't woken up at all.
Maya! There has to be some way I can help her. Better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya, she's holding something. What is that? A bullet? DL6 incident, evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Sweet. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. To be continued. You know, let's not save our progress and then do all of this again next week.
Yeah, that sounds like so much fun.
Oh, come on, man. I just want to quit the fucking thing. Okay. A competent lawyer would have made a copy of the evidence against Von Karma. True.
Yeah, or not have handed it to him in the first place.
Yeah.
We love Phoenix, but sometimes he just has rocks for brains.
He does. Alright, I was going to tell you something at the end of the stream. Do you remember what it was?
You were going to explain Angela Anaconda?
Oh, yeah. So, in the Digimon movie, and I mean the English Digimon movie because it does not exist in Japanese.
Okay.
It starts with an Angela Anaconda short of her and her friends going to watch the Digimon movie. This is not a short. This is part of the movie's runtime. On every copy you find of this movie, it will play this before the actual Digimon movie.
Okay.
So, there's this copy pasta, I guess that's what we're calling it, on 4chan about this guy telling a story about how that short caused his parents to divorce. And the story goes that his parents were having a rocky relationship, and the kid one day begged them to go see take him to go see the Digimon movie, and they're like, okay. And the parents took it as an opportunity to like rekindle their failing relationship, and everything was going well. They got snacks and popcorn, and they were excited to watch the movie. And then the fucking Angela Anaconda short came on, And the child, being a small child, was confused, didn't know what was going on, and began to cry. And the parents started fighting, being like, you took us to see the wrong movie, what the fuck? And about a month later, his dad moved out.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Angela Anaconda. I think I remember the cartoon. I think it showed more on Canadian TV than it did American TV.
Yeah, it showed for us, at least, on TV. I think that copy pasta might be false, though, because even though it's an Angela Anaconda short, it opens... The very first thing you see is a poster of the Digimon movie, and all the characters are going, finally, we're waiting in line to see the Digimon movie.
Yeah.
So I think it might be fake.
I believe that.
Yeah. Oh well. Over to the thank you screen with our two babbies.
Babbies!
Literal infants. Alright, that was fun. Next week is It was. Thank you once again for joining me. It's always a blast having you, even though we go on so many tangents.
No, I love the tangents. Those are the fun times.
Yeah, the cursed times. Angela Anaconda.
We're cursed.
We are. Angela Anaconda was a really piece of crap cartoon that ran on Fox Kids here in the States. The short was part of a promotion, and it was awful. I liked the show, like the normal show, as a kid. I couldn't tell you anything about what happened because I barely remember, but I liked it as a kid. But yeah, that short was garbage.
I know that like it's one of those shows that is mostly attributed to like Canadian animation. And some of those shows were just like weird. Like early, like late 90s, early 2000s Canadian animation was just like a little bit weird, and like Angela Anaconda was a really good representation of that, and shows like Jacob Tutu, if those were ever a thing here.
I remember that.
Did you ever watch? Yeah, and like that was like Canadian animation, and it's also kind of freaky at times.
Excuse me.
But like it also gave us gems like Totally Spies. So like
I remember Totally Spies.
And Martin Mystery. God, I loved Martin Mystery.
Never saw that.
It was same universe as Totally Spies. They had several crossover episodes, but it was about like paranormal investigators. So it was kind of like X-Files in the style of Totally Spies. And so like they'd be like, oh, there's like mysterious disappearances out in the Nevada desert, and like it was Martin who was the main character. He was Martin Mystery, and he was like, oh my god, I bet it's this really obscure like cryptid I've heard of. And his stepsister Diana, who's like, there's no such thing as cryptids, Martin, they're not real. And every episode, of course, it was a cryptid, and they're like, oh. It's like it was a really good show. Big part of my childhood. Loved that idiot. Martin was so dumb.
A himbo.
He literally is just Larry Butts. Like he is the same character.
Okay, good. That's
and now that I'm thinking about it, I'm just like, no, they even look the same.
Ha!
This is our final tangent of the night. Is I'm gonna talk about Martin Mystery and how he looks the same. He has the same personality. Oh my god, I'm thinking about it now, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do with this information. In all of the crossover episodes, he spent all of his time flirting with like the Totally Spies girls. It was so...
Who wouldn't?
I mean, yeah, I would have too. But like, look at him. I just sent you a picture of him. He just is Larry Butts. They're the same man.
Oh yeah, that's Lawrence Buttholes right there. That's an anime boy.
That is Lawrence Buttholes, the anime boy. Okay, that's enough of that nostalgia train. Thanks for having me on the stream. I had a good time.
Absolutely, so did I. One last thing about the Angela Anaconda short before we wrap up. Apparently that short, it was either so popular or they just ran out of ideas that they got rid of the Digimon posters and changed one of the lines and made it its own episode. So it's like, finally, we're waiting in line for the Mega Robots movie. But here's the thing. During the short, their teacher like sits in front of them and they can't see the Digimon movie. And so Angela has this fantasy where she digivolves into Angelamon, and it's just her but with like ties, hair, and goggles. And they don't change that. In her fantasy, in the shopped version to be about mega robots. She goes, Angela Anaconda, Mega Morph 2, Angela Bot, or whatever. But it's still with Ty's hair and goggles. She still looks like a Digimon self-insert, so what the fuck?
I don't know. Visual copyright laws are different than verbal ones. I don't know.
But wouldn't she have... Wouldn't they have just made her look like a robot instead of the Digimon thing? Because who wouldn't look at that and be like, oh yeah, Digimon. Ty's hair and goggles are quite unique.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Canada's weird, man.
Canada's so weird. There's probably something, yeah, there's probably some, like, legal reasons for it, but, like, I don't know. Probably cheaper to redub than it was to, like, reanimate.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, well. Let's finally wrap this up, because I know it's late for you.
Yeah.
So, with that, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hit those subscribe and follow buttons if you want to see more content like this. And please consider supporting me to my Patreon or donating via Streamlabs. The links for those are down below. But as always, your viewership is the best way to support me. I will see you guys next week. Don't forget to fuck that like button! Bye!